I'm going with this one as a group one, but I'll start with you, Mike, for this one. So one thing that always astounds me is the utmost confidence that just plays on this what we just had. One thing that always astounds me is the utmost confidence in which some Christians will tell an atheist what atheists believe. Which is kind of funny because that was not a plan. I didn't plant Carl to set this thing up, but Carl did just tell us essentially what atheists believe to a degree. But it is funny. We are told this all the time. Well, atheists, you guys think this, and atheists, you believe this, and like, no, calm down. That's not at all. And usually it's shit that they just made up. You know what I mean? Or they've just assumed that that's what we all think.
Often.
Yeah. So, Mike, I'll let you start out with that one. I'm sure we all have some general thoughts on that.
Yeah. I'm going to try to illustrate it as easily as possible. And that is, there's two people. One follows Christianity, and the other one is atheist. All right. Here's what happens. This person's whole everything is dictated to them by a Bronze Age storm god that I'm going to stop there. All right. We already got it established because I get pissed off when I start talking about that. And here's an atheist. It's a shame that the word atheist has to exist. We actually have to define and categorize people as someone who doesn't believe that there's a divine. That's it. That's them. That's an atheist. An atheist is simply, by definition, someone who doesn't believe that there's a celestial teacup floating out there between Mars and the asteroid belt that's in control of everything. There's 2,800 other gods that we're aware of that have been written about in one shape or another for as long as humanity's been around that we have evidence for. 2,800. The difference between an atheist and the religious is, well, first of all, this person isn't going to take part in any of the BS that this person does, but this person believes in one less God. One less God. That's it. That is the definition of atheism. Now, if you want to start getting into the morality and all of these different things, it's even Jesus Christ himself, if he even existed, tells the story of the Good Samaritan. And the Good Samaritan was not Jewish, didn't believe in the Christian God or the Judeo-Christian God. But this cat is just walking along and he sees a Jew beaten up on the side of the road. He helps this Jew. And now don't forget, this is a parable that Jesus told. The Samaritan takes this Jew, doesn't have the means to be able to take care of him right then and there. So he takes him somewhere and he says, listen, you take care of this guy for me. I don't know him from Adam. Here's some money. When I come back, I'll square up with you if you need to do anything else to help this guy. And Jesus says, if a Samaritan is going to do something like that, then who the heck are you to not help your brother or sister? And it proves, and I'll say it again, it proves that we don't get our morality from the Bible.
I agree with that statement. Did you guys get anything else?
I thought the question was something different. I thought the question was, there it is. Okay. The whole thing about telling atheists what they think is because it's in the damn Bible. It's literally in the book that they're taught from. Paul in Ephesians and in Romans talks about, everyone knows Jesus in their heart. Anyone that says that they don't is a liar. So people will tell an atheist, some Christians will use that to say to an atheist, well, you know that Jesus exists. You know God is real because the Bible says so.
Yeah.
It's literally they're being taught that, and they're
parroting it back.
Yeah, and religions in general are based in teaching things that you don't have to validate. You just have to believe them. And so whatever the religious leaders, I've literally heard religious leaders preaching on how bad the non-believers are and what they want to do, and they're only doing it for sin, and it's just all the ridiculous. But yeah, I believe a lot of it has to do with so many are told not only by their spiritual leaders but by the book itself that how non-believers are. And it's most same with similar, I think the Quran has a lot of similar statements on non-believers.
We need to get somebody on that's, born and raised in a Muslim environment, because I don't know enough about the Quran to say what you said. But I imagine it's true, though. It's an easy way to say those are the others. The people that don't believe are the others. Don't associate with them. They're bad people. They're evil.
Yep.
Yeah, and here's what we know about them. They know Jesus. They just want to sin. They just want to go fornicate. And
and it goes.
Go ahead, Larry.
The level at which this occurs was demonstrated to me when my daughter, who went to a large Jesuit Catholic university, in her freshman year, obviously they have to take a religion course, and the professor defined an atheist improperly. And my daughter said, here's what my professor said. And I don't remember her exact words, but I just said, that's not accurate. That's not correct. So, even in the learned folks there have probably not taken the time to vet their knowledge, except through the lens of their religion.
I'm going to put up a video. It's, again, I didn't set this up, but Scott, you teed this one up perfectly. So let's go to a video, because you teed this up unconsciously, but perfectly. So thank you for that. Let's run with this real quick. Or hold on a second.
There is not a single person on this planet that can convince me that they truly don't believe God exists. I believe that wholeheartedly. I don't believe in God. I don't believe you. What I think is that once people have to come to terms with the fact that God exists, then accountability comes in. And accountability is really inconvenient with people who want to be able to do whatever they want and believe that there's no consequences. There's not a single person on this planet that truly does not believe in God. I will die on this hill.
Could you have set that up better? That's exactly what you said. They're taught that you do believe in God. You just don't want to because you want to do bad things. Okay, and she says it. I just pulled that this week. So this is currently being taught, obviously, because she looks like she's 12. I don't know how old she is, but she's a young woman, But she doesn't believe there's a single person on the planet that's actually an atheist. We're all just faking it so we can all go fuck people. That's kind of what it comes down to, right? At will, and steal, and gamble. I don't know what that fuck. It's just ridiculous.
I'm sure she believes that sexual preference is also a choice.
Of course, that's a given, right? Yeah.
It's like on the one hand, it's like, well, what if I say I don't believe that you do believe in a God? Now what do we do?
Ridiculous.
But then on the other hand is just cool story, bro. And then if that's where we are, then okay, have a day.
Yeah.
Where do we go from here? You just screaming into the wind at this point.
Yeah. When I saw her and she was so earnest, I don't know, earnest is really the right word. She had kind of a snarkiness about her, but it's like, do you really believe that we're all just saying this for the perks of being an atheist? Like, what do you think that we're getting out of it?
How do you get that to that point where you're so affected by the knowledge that people claim to not believe in deities that you'll die on that hill?
The hill.
I mean, right. How much are non-believers affecting your life where you have to be so out there, and say this is all or nothing? And
yeah. I don't get that.
What end? What was the point of even making the video except virtue signaling yourself?
There you go.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay. I've been lying the whole time because I just want to do all the murders and things. Now what?
Right.
What are you really bringing to the table with that video?
Yeah. That's a good
here's
point.
The scary part.
Okay, you caught us. All righty. And what do we? And tomorrow we'll go out and kill some more people, because that's what we do. It's not, you young girl with a nose ring is going to stop me now that you've called me on my bullshit. I don't know. Who the hell knows?
That's the really scary thing there. You're hitting on it, Mike. You're really hitting on it, because what that woman is saying is that without the fear of death, without the fear of damnation, we're all just going to run amok.
Yeah.
If that's actually what you think, like you need somebody to whip your ass into shape, and you need a book from the Bronze Age to tell you what to do, you're a shitty person.
Exactly.
You're a shitty person. Point blank. Yeah.
And it's from before the Bronze Age. Same thing applies. It's not just Bronze Age books. It's all the books.
Yeah.
All the books. Yeah.
And
all the books.
And
that really, if that's what, and I know many Christians who are not shitty people, but when you break it down to its finest point, they're really doing it because they think that if they pretend to eat the body of a dead person and drink the blood of a dead person and then say some prayers, that they're going to be given this salvation, and then they have to follow these 10 commandments. Man, if that's what's keeping you from beating up your neighbor when they're playing their music too loud, you're a shitty person.
I don't want to be your neighbor.
If that's what's keeping you from harming women and children, you're a shitty person.
Yeah.
And I think she displayed quite a pomposity in that she seemed to be expecting the non-believer to change their views to hers. Why, why wouldn't we expect her to change it to ours?
Oh, well, that'd be wrong.
Because you can. It's not a choice.
Right.
No, she wanted us to admit that we had the same beliefs as her.
Right. She wanted to. Yeah. We were
wrong. Yeah, we were wrong.
Or not. Well, yeah, we're just being deceitful, and
yes, purposeful.
Yeah,
that affects her life.
Lying. Right. Yeah. Again, it's like you said. What would the end result be? Where are we going with this? Again, the great perks of being an atheist and outcast throughout most of society, never holding public office. I mean, what is it we're after here? Yeah. That's the same thing like when they always talk about gay people, like, oh, yeah, you mean all the great perks of being gay? I mean, that works out so well across the board. Yeah, that's why they choose that lifestyle. I mean, come on, man. Yeah, no, it's so stupid. Hey, I really hope you enjoyed today's show. Before you go, make sure you like and subscribe to the show and tell a friend. It really helps us grow. If you'd like more great content from us, be sure to check us out right here on YouTube. You can also find us wherever you get your podcasts, and check out our blog at atheistville.com. Until we talk again, remember, reason and compassion go a very long way.